Yeah, when it comes down to fighting, what'll happen in a boxing match can throw you off based on you not knowing how to adapt. So today, what I'm going to do is share with you how to make an adjustment to someone who's really good in the ring, a crafty fighter. We're going to use Devin Haney as an example because that's who we're going to actually upload into the portal so you guys can see. Now, all of you who are over on LinkedIn, Instagram, you won't be able to see it, but you can definitely hear it. So, in the background, what I'm going to do is play the audio of the video. Well, I'll play the video so you guys can see how we make adjustments in a boxing match when you're fighting against someone who's really crafty. So, this could be tricky. Special shouts out to all of you guys. Thanks for watching. This is kind of what we do in the School of Boxing, giving everybody a bird's eye view, and specifically my individual coaches. Let me see. Let me upload this video. And what we're going to do is go play by play and show you how to adapt to any scenario that you will more than likely find when you're boxing against people. Here we go.
Back to work, dude. Hey, wait, then everybody go immediately.
Right here.
Don't walk to him, walk with him with the stick. Walk with the stick. Good. Same way.
See right here, we're going to make sure it's clear to you how to get out of a corner, because one of the things is you will find yourself being trapped in a corner, and when that happens, you get uncomfortable. And the reason why you're uncomfortable is because you did not spend enough time doing drills to get you out of that corner. And with that being said, when you get there, everything locks up. It's a level of anxiety that you deal with. And what'll come from that is you don't know what to do. It's like getting a deer in headlights. So here's Shakur dealing with Devin. And remember, it's just like the Philadelphia Eagles tush push. Whoever gets the lowest has the most control. And when you got control, that means you have the level of confidence. And so here you go. Right here. And when you see a guy in that situation and he's throwing heavy punches and you can't deal with him, what you do is from that point, you take him, bend your knees, get in high guard, defend tight, and after you feel him punch, drop and roll out, spin out to the side. Side step, spin out like your life depended on it, because it does. And the reality is now when you are learning these kind of techniques and drills, you'll find yourself in a much better place when you get in that situation again. Now you turn, get back to the center of the ring, and you hit them like you stole something. That's where you have to let that person know. That's how you let them know that you no longer are surrendering. So bend your knees just like this. You know, when you get in that position, you bend your knees, you crouch down, and you let them know. Now you got to get respect. That's why it's important that you work on the way you deliver your punches, not just throwing punches, but now you bend your knees, sit down for the weight, and when you shoot, the impact is different. And this is important in high-level boxing. Round 3 of the national tournaments, Olympic trials. We actually have a great kid now doing his Olympic trials, going into the Olympic trials. And when you get into that zone, that's a different level, because we climbed that ladder and then we faced Andre Durrell, who was a savage. And that was a hurdle we never got over. And if you get there, you do not want to be caught off guard and not knowing how to do things. Now,
off the stick. Off the stick.
And for those of you
reset off the stick. You Use the jab, man.
what's going on. Nice fight to
Good.
dominate
Off the
that
stick.
front.
Use the stick. Get
Don't
back to
let
that.
anybody
Now keep the stick. And counter to counter.
go high and low. And that's where you take that back. So anytime you're in that situation of a submissive situation, your biggest asset, there we go. Your biggest asset when you're in a submissive situation, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're just against the ropes or if you're in the corner, what you want to do is secure your base. And when your base is secure, you have your knees bent, sitting down in the stance, get in your crouch, and wait him out. Because what a fight, an offensive onslaught lasts 7 seconds. Pop, pop, pop. You time it. Soon as you feel his last punch go, you either shoot in, get low, shoot into the stomach, spin, pop, pop, and establish yourself back to the center of the ring. Once you get to that position, now you're able to dominate with your understanding of how to deliver offense. This book right here, this is The Art of Sparring. And so all of these situations are in here. This is one of my favorite ones because once you start sparring, what you have to do is track your rounds. How many rounds are you doing in every situation and category? That is key. And so what we would do is try to say if we are in a top level fight, if it was a 12-round fight, we'd make sure that we're doing X amount of rounds per week. And then we tally those up. And then we even broke them down even further than that to how many rounds did we work on inside fighting. We are fighting against someone who has a very good boxing game. Let's just use George Kambosos because he came on the show before. When you have an individual like that, you have to know how to deal with a person who's aggressive in offense. When you are dealing with a person that's very aggressive in offense, and he's actually signed to fight Lomachenko this spring. When you have a guy that's aggressive, then you have to know how to set traps because they're coming. They don't know that they're walking into traps. And that's where you have to know how to do a lot of different drills that consider and work off of your back foot. And when you're doing that, that's where you're comfortable going back, and opposed to feeling a certain way about going back and really not having that comfort level, and then them exposing you, just like you've seen as of late, where you see these fighters, Callum Smith, Beterbiev, when you have a fighter that's willing to press you, and I'll speak to this, when you saw a fighter that has great posture in offense and he can throw, here are 3 things that a fighter that has good power and pressure, these are things that you saw in that fight. If you're dealing with a taller fighter, here's how you deal with them. First, make sure that your punches are within your shoulder girdle. That means they're short and they're pop, pop, crispy, because that leaves him no space to counter you. The next thing you want to do when you're fighting a taller fighter is you lead. Your jab has to be first, because if you don't, what will happen is he snap that jab out like Callum wanted to do, and he keeps you at bay. But what you want to happen is that you know how to slip inside his jab, shoot forward, get close in there, shoot, bam, forward, bam. And that's on the outside of his jab. If you go on the inside, you could get caught with the right. So when he slips, that's why you saw Tyson do peekaboo. So you slip out, shoot, pop, pop. You can catch him to the body, right hook, or a solar plexus shot, or left hook. These are little things that you can do. The next thing that you do when you're fighting a tall fighter is rake them to the body on both sides. Don't just hit one, go pop, pop. And what that does is it breaks their stature down. Then they'll want to get low. And then you finalize that with level change. So you drop low and throw high. So you can hit them with the right hook up top. That's how you deal with a tall fighter. That will work no matter who you are. It's all about having the confidence in your language and the manner in which you deliver that. Because if you go out there passively, it's not going to happen. You have to go out there with the algorithm of a fighter. And then make sure you in your rehearsal that you're doing the practice rounds that much. And this is the art of sparring. All of you cats, make sure you guys over here in Champions University, you have access to that already. So open that guide up, go to right here. This is the boxing playlist. This is on page 18, I think 18. And follow that with your practice, your shadow boxing, so you can get it down into your muscle memory, and follow that, and then just go through the guide. Boom. Over here, all of these rounds is telling you exactly how many rounds that you're going to need to do. So art of sparring, that's powerful stuff. And that's how you are able to deal with any situation, whether they in this book and the video that goes with it, it shows you how to deal if you got a cut, how to deal if you can't see, if you get hit with a low blow, if you go down. These are all training techniques for doing all of that. So if my people over here on IG, if you want to get better as a boxer or working with your fighter, just type the word smoke. We made it very easy. If you enjoy this kind of content, continue to follow for more. But all you got to do is type smoke. But my guys over here in the group over here, I want you to all realize that we're going to go through this exercise again. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually let you go into your gym, and I want to talk you through how to deal with page 16 fight scenario. This is a common fight scenario because I know we got Olympic trials coming up, and this is, I mean, the Olympic qualifiers. So we want to prepare our people. We got MMA fighters that are shooting for titles in our group in the School of Boxing, Top Trainer U. We have Olympics hopefuls coming in. We got a bevy of just amateur boxers and a bunch of different athletes that are coming from the professional world of mixed martial arts and boxing. So here's what we're going to do with that. I think the day is Tuesday. It's going to be next Tuesday. We're going to go through this guide. So stay tuned. For those of you who missed the replay, missed the live stream of how to deal in the 5 steps, that 5 things you're going to need to know how to get to the highest level of boxing, that replay is still available, I think, for another 2 hours. So type replay if you want to see that. Trust me, you don't know most of this stuff, and when you do, you'll know better. But if you want to be a great fighter, just type the word smoke and you'll get access to that. I think it's on, I don't know if it's on sale, but if you want it, it's there. It's definitely not free, so don't even think about that. This is a real professional guide. This was used in the 2020 Olympics. All right, Coach Lopez, special shouts out to you, 2020 Olympic coach. Special shouts out to all of you guys. Thanks for watching. My guys in the School of Boxing, Top Trainer U. Be blessed at Godspeed, and I'll see you all in the winner circle. Remember, next Tuesday, we're going to go right through that guide. Go over here and continue to follow for more. Top Trainer U. It's the future of boxing. So long, guys. Be blessed at Godspeed.